Hi everyone, I'm Eric Romanishin, the Executive Director for Haywood Waterways Association. We're a nonprofit group here in Haywood County that works to protect our rivers and streams for all the ways that we use it. For drinking, for growing our food, for boating, for fishing and other recreational types, even for industry. And it also supports a tremendous diversity of wildlife with many aquatic organisms that are found nowhere else on the planet. And so we focus on non-point source pollution. Do you know what that means? Basically means when it rains, whatever washes off our rooftops, our roads, our sidewalks, our driveways, those are things we call impervious surfaces. They're the opposite of pervious surfaces, like a sponge that absorb water. Instead, these allow water to flow off it downhill into our nearest river or stream. And so what does that urban stormwater, we call that, carry with it? Well, really, it's not urban. It can also happen in rural environments too. But here we're talking about gasoline, antifreeze, other fluids that might be leaking from cars, pet waste, failing septic systems, livestock waste. It could involve our number one pollutant, which is dirt getting into our streams, and it has a special name called sediment. But something, probably our most visible pollutant, is trash. And we've got a couple folks here today to talk to you about trash and recycling.
Hi, I'm Christine. I'm with Haywood Waterways Association. And I'm just out here picking up some trash along Richland Creek. I hate to see trash in the river. We have some of the cleanest water in Western North Carolina. But when we see trash in the river, we get an idea that maybe it's not so clean. And here's some of the trash I found. On a typical day when we go out cleaning up, we've got, soda can, bottles and cups that people probably don't mean to. Maybe they fly out of the car or they just toss them on the ground. It's inconsiderate. And we've also got plastic bottles for soda. That's really a common item that we pick up when we do our cleanups. And we have some aluminum cans in here too. Again, this may wash down from the storm drains in downtown Waynesville. All the storm drains that flow the trash and the water after a rain right into our creeks. So that's where a lot of our trash comes from. Now, some of this trash, like the cup here I have from Subway, nothing against Subway, but it is a paper product with a little bit of coating of wax on the outside. It will eventually decompose and be part of the environment, but the plastics are the big problem. Plastics don't actually ever decompose, like the styrofoam also. They just break down into tiny, tiny little bits to the point where we don't see them anymore. And they're so small now, the scientists are finding that these plastics are actually entering our food web. So it's good to put trash in trash bins and secure it if we're traveling down the road. Now, some studies have shown that in a single day, as we are driving around, we will pass anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000 pieces of trash. That's a lot of trash. And another study indicated that up to 75% of that trash, if not picked up, will end up in our beautiful waterways. So we do encourage people to pick up some trash. Now, as I've noticed in here, I do have some items that are recyclable that probably should have been taken to the recycle facility, like the aluminum can and some other plastics. But there's so many different kinds of plastic bottles and stuff. I just don't know what's recyclable these days. But I do know who will be able to tell us who can recycle is Zandra with the Recycling Center.
Hi, my name is Zandra Kirkendall and I'm the Recycling Coordinator for Haywood County. And today we're going to talk about recycling manners to keep our streams clean. And that means the stream that Christine came out and did some trash pickup on, and she called me to find out what she needed to do with that materials. And we're also talking about our recycling and waste streams. We need to keep those clean as well. And these are some items that she's picked up today that she really didn't know what to do with. So we're going to talk about where these things need to go. And our first item here is we have this beautiful cup from Subway, and we all love our sodas, but unfortunately this is going to be trash and it really needs to go in the trash can. I know the cup is paper, but because it's coated, it really needs to go in the garbage. And luckily, while we're out in this beautiful day, we have a trash can close by where we can put our cup. She also found an aluminum can, and it is totally 100% recyclable. This needs to go in your recycling bin, and that goes to our facility in Clyde where they sort it and then send it off to get remade into either another aluminum can or even car parts. We love to reuse things. Same thing with our little mayonnaise jar here. It's a different kind of plastic than our water bottle, but they can both be recycled. Anything that's a bottle, a tub, a jug, or a jar can go in your recycling bin. Anything that's not a rigid plastic like a tub or a jar, like these candy wrappers, because of the type of plastic they are, they have to go in the garbage, so we'll want to put that in the trash. And then we have paper. Paper is so recyclable. Anything that's made out of paper can be recycled, so make sure you put that in your recycling bin as well. And then we have styrofoam. We really hate styrofoam. As much as we can, let's try to avoid that because that's really trash and it doesn't break down anywhere. So here's where our manners come into play. There are several things that we want you to recycle, and there are things that say they can be recycled that we really can't. So yes, please, we want your bottles, we want your tubs, we want your jugs, and we want your jars. Glass, aluminum, paper. All of those really need to go into your recycling bin. On the no thank you, there are a lot of plastics that we can't take due to our processing abilities. So those plastics need to go into your trash can. There are large metal items that need to go separately. They are recyclable, but they need to be staying separate. Batteries are one of the worst things you can throw on the ground. There's acid in them, and that's really bad for the environment. So let's make sure those get recycled properly. And the biggest issue, don't bag anything. When you put your recyclables in the bag or in your container, take them out of the bag. That way, that is one less item in our stream to keep it clean. So we're gonna play a little game and we're gonna pit Christine against Eric with the Haywood Waterways. So here we have Super Grover Recycler. He loves our recycling. And then we have Oscar Grouch Trash, and you know he loves trash. So they're gonna show you the most common things that end up in Grover that don't belong in Grover. And then we're going to see how well they do with getting Oscar his trash.
I'll go first. Alright, I picked up cardboard. That looks like it should be recyclable, but it's got styrofoam stuck to it. So I'm thinking it's going to have to go in the trash.
It's going to have to go in the trash. Excellent.
There we go.
Oscar's so happy.
I think I got an easy one. This is plastic. Plastic bottles, shampoo bottles, milk bottles. I think that definitely goes to Grover.
Definitely. Excellent.
Oh, I got an easy one too. I've got food. Food doesn't go in the recycling bin. In fact, it can ruin all your recyclables in that trash if it gets in there. So I'm going to give this one to Grover.
Oscar.
Oscar, I mean. Oh, dang it.
I think this is another easy one. We got magazines. Those will go in recycling.
Absolutely.
Grover. All right, here we go.
Grover's happy now.
Plastic shopping bags. Definitely going to be going into the trash.
It will go in the trash if there's no place in town that will take it from.
Right, so some of the grocery stores do collect these plastic bags, but you have to take them to the grocery store and then have them recycled.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to have to give this one to Oscar the Grouch.
Excellent.
All right, good shot. Let's see, it looks like I have aluminum cans. Yes, definitely recycled.
Definitely.
Grover.
Grover's so happy now.
All right.
Good job, y'all.
All right, thank you for watching the video. I hope you learned something. There's no shortage of trash in Haywood County. Every time it rains, every time the wind blows, that trash just ends up in our roads, in our fields, in our streams. And every bit that you can do to help keep that trash in its place will have great benefits for Haywood County. So thank you. If you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to Christine O'Brien at Haywood Waterways or Zandra at Haywood County. And Haywood Waterways and the county, we work together to have various stream cleanups throughout the year. And you can look at our county websites or Haywood Waterways websites for that information. So thank you. I hope you have a great day.